You're listening to Tavern Sports Radio Network.
Show me the money! Show me the money!
Show me the money! Welcome back to the Show Me the Money podcast, brought to you by Tavern Sports. A little recap into last week. We went 3-3 on the locks. Josh hit SMU at plus 3.5. They won outright. Washington I had at plus 9.5. They won outright. And Clark took Michigan minus 21.5, which that unfortunately hit. Losses last week. Ty UNLV money line. That was a shitty pick. Michigan
Slander him.
Michigan over 28.5. Parker.
I mean, to be honest, we did way better than what I thought. Like, if that lost, like, I'm happy. They only put up 26 on us. Like, come on now. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that the defense did everything that they could have. That loss is obviously nowhere on the defense.
Yeah.
And then Michigan, Iowa over under. Cole, you bet the over at 34.5.
It looked really fucking good, and then it did not.
It would have helped if Iowa scored, anything. But
that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
You guys see that bar?
Yeah, I was about to bring that up too. There has
oh
a
my
bar.
God.
It was like some golf bar.
Yep.
They're serving free beer. I about texted one of Ross Miller and was like, "Hey, we're going right now."
Yeah, I unfortunately didn't hear anything about it until after the game. And
Draft beers until Iowa scored. They went the entire game and they poured about, I think it was like 600 beers.
Yeah, it was like 124 16-ounce pitchers or something like that.
Oh my God. Ouch to the bar's bank account on that one.
Fucking brutal.
But at the same time, it's shout out to that bar.
yeah, shout out to that bar.
Alrighty, going into MLB news for the week real quick. The lottery picks were announced. The Guardians won the lottery, so they have the first overall pick for the 2024 MLB draft. The first overall pick that the Guardians have had. And that includes their time as the Indians. The Reds.
Whoa.
I know.
Slander around here. It's also the Redskins.
No, that's the football team.
Yeah.
The Indians, the Redskins live on forever. Yeah. It doesn't matter what sport. It was their land first.
The Cincinnati Reds, a team that was above 500, somehow got the second overall pick.
Fuck the Reds.
Yeah, and they're going to be a really exciting team to watch, but I originally was excited about the lottery, and now I'm starting to very much dislike it. The White Sox, my White Sox are they got slotted in at number 5. The projected pick is still right-handed pitcher from the University of Iowa, Brody Brecht. If you don't know who Brody Brecht is, do some research. The guy was a 2-sport athlete for the first year at college, playing football, and not just playing. He was actually on the field, one of their top receivers. He did quit football and focus on baseball. And the reason being for that, because he can throw up to 103 miles an hour with his fastball, as well as a slider in the upper 80s that is a wipeout slider. So first round pick for sure. I think the White Sox are in a good spot to pick him up, in a local Midwest guy. Upcoming schedule for the week. We do have only one college football game.
No!
Which is slightly disappointing, but it's going to be 0 college football games starting in about 3 weeks from now even. So it's going to be definitely a little bit slower, but we're going to move that focus into college basketball probably, just because that's what everybody will be watching. Anyway,
we'll still have NFL to cover.
Exactly.
some NBA. We'll probably start touching on it all here and there, but this is new to us still, so we're just gonna kind of see how the flow goes with everything.
I want to go
Exactly.
back to baseball real quick. I want to
Okay.
talk odds on two separate topics. Something that we didn't have kind of set. Um, the New York Yankees, if you guys have not seen, they added Juan Soto last night. It jumped their odds from plus 1,400 to 800.
Wow.
I still don't think that is high enough to find them at value because they're still not going to make the playoffs.
That's a super tough side of the division, especially with the Orioles there now. Although
Mm-hmm.
that really just shows that the Orioles have to do what they need to on the pitching side of things because they don't have really any elite pitchers. I mean, you have Grayson Rodriguez, who is very young, and is going to be considered their ace. But again, he's so young; it's scary to put a 23-year-old, 24-year-old in as your ace who doesn't have much experience yet.
Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was Mr. Showtime, his odds on where he's going to go. This has been a very rough week for us Cubs fans. We've seen
Well,
it's happening, it's not happening. We've got
yeah, I was
better odds, lower odds. It's fucking sucked. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, Cole. I just saw something yesterday that said we're gonna make one try to make one final push for him with some major offer where he'll be like the headline and the star player in Chicago, and it's just I don't know, it's gonna be crazy. All eyes are kind of on
I
him
think
right
we
now.
have the capital to do it, though. That's the thing, is like we have the fucking money to do it,
I think we do as well.
but we're still at the fifth best odds at plus 1,000. Currently, it's the Dodgers in the lead at minus 175, which I think is a fucking absurd because I don't think the Dodgers are going to get him. It'd be bad for baseball, and I think he knows it. Um, Blue Jays at plus 150, Angels at plus 700, which is a surprise that it's that high because I don't think he wants to go back. He's
No.
going to get more money somewhere else. And then the Giants are at plus 800. I think he's going to leave California as a whole if he's smart.
Wherever he
But I
goes,
also,
he needs to put Mike Trout in his bag and bring him with.
yep.
Yeah,
I
So that
get
was
it,
my next
Trout.
thought.
No one's gonna blame you for leaving LA. We get it. You're a humble guy. You want to stay there. You want to live it out and have that one team rep. Leave, my man. It's okay. You won't hurt baseball if you leave and chase a ring before you retire.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to see him on the Blue Jays. Honestly, I don't even think he should stay with Shohei. I think he needs to go somewhere where he's going to be a fucking, 1-2 pack.
yeah. There's a good chance that Shohei could end up on the Blue Jays too. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's a really interesting contract opportunity for him because one of the big questions was he even going to get as many offers being injured? He's not going to be able to pitch next year. They didn't say Tommy John, but he had elbow surgery,
It
and
was Tommy John.
I was about to say it was. I'm pretty positive it was Tommy John.
Yeah.
It's
You don't
I
see
think
a pitcher hurt their elbow in that way
yeah,
and it not be.
correct. And one of the things that you noticed when he did accept his MVP, or at least one of the things I noticed, is that
Arm
he
was
had
covered.
he had long sleeve shirt on, so you can't
And his
see where
dog
the
in front of
scar
him.
is. Yeah, you can't see where the scar is, and you couldn't really see his arm move at all. So I'm sure that was planned out thoroughly beforehand.
Very, very carefully.
Yes.
But that was all I got on baseball. We can move on to the Army Navy game if y'all boys want.
Awesome. I love this game. This is arguably one of the most exciting games to at least watch for the first, I don't know, like before the game even starts. It's one of the best things to watch. It's kind of the game itself is kind of usually. Both teams' offenses are not great. Navy specifically has actually, believe it or not, a just as bad of an offense as Iowa. So, however, when they do get into the 20, into the red zone, I should say, they are very good. They don't get there that often. So the Army team is the other way around. They don't get to the red zone often, or sorry, they do get to the red zone often. However, they do not convert touchdowns very often. So
No, they don't.
this over under is definitely going to be similar to Iowa. This is going to be like watching a Big Ten football game.
We love the Big Ten.
Absolutely.
Don't we, boys? And it's
Of
going
course
to
we
be
do.
even worse next year.
Yes, it is.
I was going to get smacked around so many times.
It's
Yes.
only going to get worse for teams like Iowa, Maryland, Rutgers. It's only going to get worse for them the next, I don't know, probably 5 years from now.
It's only going to get rough for the whole West, the Big Ten West.
Yeah. So anyway, into Army Navy. Navy is a 3-point underdog, an over under of 27.5. I remember Josh telling us, I should say, that when two of the military teams are playing each other, the under hits it's like 95% of the time.
Mm-hmm. Historically,
something like that.
Yeah, it's something stupid high that the under almost always hits. However, I don't recall seeing an over under as low as this since, watching our Hawkeyes, and that's really the only time we ever saw.
Yeah, no,
this game could go so many different ways.
It could. Both teams are fighting to be at least 500. It's really going to be an interesting game, and
it's really going to be a rivalry game, which is what we want to see. It's going to be a lot of hard football, just because they don't really have much for their season. So this is their championship pretty much right here. What time's that game at?
I forget. It's usually during the day.
That's what I thought.
I would guess
whatever
1 o'clock.
Is it 3
Eastern time? Was that 3 o'clock?
3.
Yeah.
So 3 o'clock Eastern, so 2 o'clock Central. Yep.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna sway, I you know what? I can't even sway either way. I have to go Navy +3 because my dad's a former Navy guy. So that's one of the few games every year that he actually sits down, watches, and cheers for.
Yeah, no, I'm with you with your first thought. I have no clue. I don't watch any of these teams throughout the year. Was it Army that beat up on Air Force earlier in the year? That
yeah,
that came out and
23-3.
Yeah. Just off that game, just because we were all on the hype train for Air Force, and Air Force kind of started off really hot. I think I'm going to take the Army on this one, be against you. But we're really not rooting against any of our troops. We just hope they play hard.
I think play hard. I hope they play as hard as they fight for our country, Parker.
Amen.
I see. I'm definitely going to go against you. I think this is going to be a Navy win. The last time that this line, what's it at? 2.5?
I originally had it at 3, but it could have changed.
So it was at 2.5 last year, and they took it to overtime, and it was a 2017 Army win. I think the Navy takes it this year, but I think this game is going to go over. Last year it was at 32. I mean, 20-17 is still not a very exciting football game. I think that's 2-3 touchdowns. I can't do my math. I'm kind of stupid.
It's
a lot of
14 plus 7 is 21.
That's 2 touchdowns, buddy. Well, I mean, 14 plus 7 is 21, so that's 3. But if you're talking
27.5, ooh, fuck it. No. We're gonna go. See, but 27.5 is so low.
Option offense, bro.
Yeah, but they're gonna put it down their pipes. Straight up the pisser, 90% of the time.
I don't know.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go.
I'm just excited that there's a
over.
college football game on.
Yeah, no shit. The NFL is so fucking hard to bet on. Yeah, I'm gonna go over with a Navy covering at +3 because it's gonna be a tight game regardless. But 27.5 seems too low for me. They went over last year with a 20-17 game. It's not anything big,
Yeah.
but I'll take it. I mean, that's 2 touchdowns and a field goal to win. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going with the over. I don't give a fuck. We support our troops. And you know what? I'm proud to be an American.
Amen.
Amen.
Where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men that died. All right, move on.
Who gave their right to me?
Move on.
And I proudly
Also-
stand up.
Also, Navy's at plus 122 in money line. Just good value there, personally.
Yeah, I like it. Let's go into some NFL talk. We're going to start with the Bucks. Actually, I almost forgot. We wanted to talk a little bit about college football playoffs, just who got in.
Oh,
Yeah. That's
They
fuck the committee, bro.
they made a decision.
I see it. I see why they made the decision, but like I still think it's a wrong decision. Like I get it. I get it. Alabama just beat
It's-
Georgia, and they're a way better team and tougher conference. But I mean, also this conference was weaker than the past this conference has ever been. This is the weakest the SEC's been all year, and FSU plays that ACC isn't as tough as the SEC. Like I can get it, but an undefeated team. Come on now, you can't.
They deserve
you can't,
it.
An undefeated Power 5 team too. That's crazy. That is just crazy that they left them out.
Yeah, I originally was a fan of that pick. Them not keeping FSU in. And the more I think about it, the more fucked up I think it becomes. I'm struggling to see now like how I would feel if the Hawkeyes, went undefeated, including winning that game against Michigan. And like if they had won that game against Michigan, they were undefeated. And then they somehow got left out because Bama beat Georgia. I'd be furious myself. I understand now.
Yeah, it's just kind of the principle of things. I mean, you've been growing up watching all the committees, watching these undefeated teams. Like if you're undefeated, you're in type, but guess not.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I don't know. I guess the real test is if they come out and beat Georgia, put Georgia on another loss, and that's just going to start a whirlwind of storms all up. But
I don't know. I think the fucking Mickey Mouse motherfuckers got some shit to do with this one, personally. They had all 4 helmets behind, I don't know who it was,
I saw
on the
that.
ESPN broadcast way before. I agree Texas should be in. I don't think Bama. I don't know, dude. I think Bama's got the fucking history, but this fucking committee is too fucking busy on their fucking knees sucking off fucking Nick Saban.
who, honestly, if we're talking about like schedule, if we're going by schedule, I don't think Texas should be in. Like I see
Texas
why they
beat
put
Bama.
Texas. A really bad Bama team. Texas would not be
Who
this
is now
Bama team.
number 4 in the playoffs because they beat fucking Georgia.
Yeah. Well, they played Bama week 2, and then they didn't
Doesn't
lose
matter.
from there.
If it's Alabama, it doesn't matter.
But
I hate Alabama.
I'm just saying, just that spot. I mean, obviously Oregon's not going in because of their 2 losses to Washington.
Yeah.
I think
That I
Washington
agree
should have
with.
jumped. I thought Washington should have jumped to 1 there. I thought it should go Washington, Michigan, Florida State.
I agree.
I still think you could put Bama in. Put
I
Bama in.
I think
Don't.
you're going to have a better game though with Bama in at 4 and Michigan in at 1. I think that's the real story here.
Well, they're
Yeah.
scared for the TCU thing, but I mean,
I think
there still could be blowouts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that I think Michigan, I think a lot of people are underestimating Michigan. They proved that they are a more than competent team, and I don't think that the Bama quarterback is anywhere near what McCarthy is. Let's be honest.
No.
And that's the strange story to me. Is seems like the heavy favorite on betting is Bama plus 1.5. And I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I really like Michigan at minus 1.5.
Yeah,
Oh, I do too.
And maybe it's because we watch Big Ten football. But Bama hasn't faced a defense like Michigan, and I think Michigan has the offense to more than compete with Bama. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong.
yeah, in that matchup, give me Michigan for sure. I think that's the obvious choice for anybody who watches Big Ten football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't know. I just fucking hate Nick Saban. I think he's a bitch. But
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That Bama team just kind of snapped it into gear those last few games and kind of looked like a team. But I mean, who knows? I do hope Michigan wins because fuck Bama as well. Like you were saying, they are a better team. No one's here is slacking on Michigan. I was big on Michigan all year. I knew they were going to beat Ohio State. It's just like we're in the Big Ten. I mean, our
yeah.
schedule's not the hardest. I mean, yes, they did play Penn State and Ohio State, but you know what I mean?
2 out of fucking 11, or
Yeah,
12.
those are the only two teams that are ranked, like actually have a decent rank and play to their rank
Yeah.
compared to like a lot of
Yeah.
those teams in the SEC or Pac-12 for a while. But
Hell of a
I
year
hope
for
it's
the Pac-12.
I hope it's Washington and Michigan.
Yeah,
I hope the Huskies.
I think everybody wants to see the Huskies make it to the second round, or at least I should say the championship. Yeah,
Yeah, that game's gonna be fun to watch too. That Texas Washington game. That could be a high scoring game.
I agree. I think
They're gonna be
that's
great
gonna
games.
Yeah,
all the bowls are gonna be good. Moving on to games that are actually playing this weekend. We're gonna move into our NFL slate. We're gonna start out with Bucks Falcons at the line with 2.5. I think it's so fucking ugly that Atlanta is favored in this game.
I agree.
I like Tampa Bay, bro. Baker's
So do
going
I.
crazy.
I agree. I'm a Baker fan. I really wasn't a huge fan of him being. He was a first overall draft pick, was he not?
Yes. Yeah, he played at Oklahoma.
And
yeah, you weren't a fan of him ever.
And
I was.
I know, and I really I didn't think that he was gonna be a better than a backup quarterback. And he's proving me wrong every time he steps on the field right now. So I really like him. I'm starting to ride the Baker train. Give me the Bucks at plus 2.5 easy.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ethan. This Bucks team, there's just something about Baker Mayfield. He just has that it factor wherever he goes. And now he's finally in a system that I think he likes, and that they're slowly starting to figure it out, and things are starting to click. And I mean, the Bucks still have a good defense. They really haven't lost that many players from their Super Bowl run. What was it, 4 years ago, something like that? Whenever they won it, when was that?
I think
Last
it's only
one
been
was
3, right?
Three or four?
Yeah.
Yeah, three.
Because Brady's
Yeah, exactly.
been retired for 2, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they still have a good defense around them. So I mean, I don't know. I like this Bucks team. I know Atlanta's not going to go away. They got a good young core too. I think they're missing in that quarterback spot, like a lot of teams are. I think this could be a high scoring game. This could be a 30-20 game.
The line's 40.5.
Yeah, see. I mean, but yeah, no, I'm going with the Bucks here, plus 2.5. How about you, Cole?
I'm gonna ride that train as well. I think when you pair a competent quarterback with a player that has had 10 consecutive, second most in the NFL, 1,000-yard seasons behind the one and only fucking Randy Moss. Which shout out Mike Evans, bro. He gets a lot of fucking hate.
It was Jerry Rice, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's oh, you're right.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure
he's
it's Jerry
tied.
Rice.
He's tied with Randy Moss. My bad. See, I don't fucking I don't fucking follow NFL. It's fucking stupid. The only thing that scares me with this game taking Tampa Bay at 2.5 is that they're 2-4 on the road. They do struggle on the road. They're going to Atlanta. That's a loud fucking stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know if they fill it every game, but it's Atlanta, bro. Hot Atlanta gets loud no matter where it is. And I'm not talking about the weed smell. But give me Tampa Bay plus 2.5. I think Evans will have a really good game because Atlanta's secondary isn't the best right now. But
I agree. Moving
also
on
give me the over. Ethan, did you pick this game?
Yeah, I like the Bucks at plus 2.5.
Oh, cool. Team
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Hey.
Team right.
Moving on to our Chicago Bears. Yeah. Lions, they got the Lions this week at home. So Lions are the 3-point favorites on the road. Is that enough points? Is I think kind of the question I'm wondering. I get that it's a Bears home game. It's hard to say how Fields is going to do against this Lions defense.
It's not about that, man. It's about if we can play defense with 5 minutes left in the game and not give up more than 14 points to win a game. So that's our issue. We were beating the crap out of the Lions. Our defense just disappeared. I think they just wanted to sit on the sideline and watch the win, and they put all their backups in. So, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, if they come in with the same game plan, obviously things are going to be tweaked because they just seen each other, 2 weeks ago? So, a few weeks ago, maybe 3, because we're coming off bye.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah,
I don't know. Our defense is going to have to stay in the whole game. I mean, our offense has started to look a little better. I wouldn't say it's looking great, but it's starting to look a little better. I hope they win, but I really couldn't tell you.
Here's my viewpoint.
Strap in, ladies and gentlemen.
In the game against the Lions, I don't know what fucking Eberflub was thinking. Montez Sweat was not in for the final drive. Kevin Warren came out and said it. He's like, this should not be happening. We signed a guy. We're going to play the guys in those moments. That being said, against the Vikings, we played fucking phenomenal. I think we were like the number 2 ranked defense on that week's slate.
Yeah.
Statistically, we played a really, 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 really good game. I think if we take that mentality in moving into fuck Luke Getsy, he's going to run those fucking goddamn screens all he wants. But if our defense plays the way they did last week, we're going to be fine. We have a home game. Games at Soldier Field, it might possibly also be a snow game. There is a scheduled snowstorm for that Sunday. I think if the Bears play the way they did against Washington, against, the Vikings, I think we could win this game. So I'm going to take Chicago at +3 because I think Justin is proving that he is their guy as well. And we're moving on from the whole quarterback scenario. I think it's him going forward. And I think the front office thinks the same way.
Yeah.
Ryan
I do
Poles
too.
got his guy.
Who are you taking this game?
Bears.
You
I
taking
think
them
there's a very good possibility that we win outright.
Yeah, what's
Okay.
their money? I wonder what their money line looks like. Could be nice to sprinkle a couple bucks on it. I'll have to check the lines later this week.
Yeah.
Right now, my fucking internet blows.
You going Bears money line then, Cole? Or you
Plus
just gonna go the spread?
144. No,
I think
God,
he's just going
no.
spread
Money
+3.
line. Money line.
Or you're going money line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
That the loss against them 2-3 weeks ago fucking hurt. That hurt because we had it all game.
that's fair.
Justin's out to prove something. I've been saying it all fucking year. And I have way too much trust in the Chicago Bears.
They'll find a way to mess it up somehow.
Yeah, fucking goddamn Luke Getzey better fucking die.
Yeah. I think you do have too much trust in the Bears. I'm going to go Lions -3.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect
I mean, yeah. There's no, you can't say anything. I can't like tell you're wrong because the Lions are really good and they've lost a few games that we're all kind of like scratching our heads about.
it. Yeah.
But we'll see. Let's take this into our next game. The Jags versus the Browns.
Yeah, but
Can we
there's-
first touch on this real quick? It's backup weekend. You know how many teams are like playing their backups?
I saw that.
Like half the league is
Yeah.
playing a backup or a second string quarterback. So like, can we like these lines? I can tell it's like, who knows what team's gonna win because they got a whole different quarterback in who could be better or could be worse.
Parker,
Yes.
do you know who your quarterback is for the Jacksonville Jaguars?
It's the man.
Former
You might get
Hawkeye,
copyrighted for that shit, bro.
former Hawkeye, CJ Beathard.
Woo! Let's go. CJ Beathard
Give
coming
me
in.
that Ponchero's burrito lift down in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Jags are -3. Fuck yeah. Give me Jaguars -3.
I don't know, man. 40-year-old Joe Flacco might sit back in that pocket and dink and dangle on that defense, you know?
I want you to pay attention to another specific number on this game though. Look at that over under. That over under is 30.5. What kind of over under is 30.5? Are you wondering? That's an Iowa Hawkeye over under. It doesn't get any more Iowa than this game. CJ Beathard is going to take the Jags, and he's going to win this game.
Cole, you can do the honors.
Give me the Browns -3.
Fuck you.
Oh
Wait.
no.
There's no way.
No.
Jaguars are bad. They're not bad. They're not bad. Let me take that back. They're not good.
This Browns defense is a force.
So much better.
I honestly have no clue what's going to happen in this game.
Give me Cleveland -3, bro. Come on. The Browns, baby. I'm not jagging off this week. We're getting laid.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
Browns, Jags, Joe Flacco versus CJ Beathard. Huh.
If you
What a
ask
game.
If you asked me 6 years ago who was going to win this game, I think it's a different answer, but I didn't realize Joe Flacco was still
You know,
around.
I'm gonna let you guys duke this one out, but I will take the under of this game. I'll let you duke it out.
Under's
Like-
a lock.
Like a
but I'll
true
take-
Hawkeye.
I'll take the under.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Cole, you really wanted to talk about this one. Vikings at Raiders. Raiders are 3-point underdogs.
Going into this game, I really like this game for two reasons. The line is 3. It's going to be a tight game. It's at Vegas, and Vegas is a fucking atmosphere. When you got strippers going to these fucking games, bro, it's over with. It's like LA. Vegas is a whole different beast. That being said, Josh Dodds, he's a fucking astronaut.
Yeah. It's week 3 now in this system. You don't think he's memorized it by now?
He's memorized it, and he is executing at a level that is fucking insane. He didn't last week. But oh wait, no. He didn't
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. That was week 2. It was week 2 for him. This is week 4.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, this is week 4. All right, we're good. We got that.
Uh-oh.
We're fine.
That's even scarier.
That's why I really like this game. Vegas has a really good defense. They're not. I wouldn't say really good. They're a force if they want to be a force. They're
They
like the
got some
Bears.
dogs. Yeah.
They got some dogs. Max Crosby, dog.
Yeah.
That man pulls.
He's quite the player down there. Or over there, I should
But
say.
Justin Jefferson is back.
Jay Jettas. Uh-oh.
Give me the Vikings
Return.
-3 with the over.
Oh, you're going to 6-point flip, huh? I
The
love it.
over.
I love it.
They're going to score. Minnesota's going to score. I think if you're going to bet this game, I would take Justin Jefferson over 2 touchdowns or 1.5 over.
Interesting.
Because he's back and he's got to catch up in yardage.
But like, gotta be healthy.
Number 1 target the entire game. Over 30 targets. No, probably not. Probably not.
I don't know about that.
What's his
but
reception line?
I
What's his
definitely
reception
think
line?
I definitely think since he's coming back, it's definitely going to open up the field more for or Josh Dobbs' passing game. Because I mean, you already have your young receivers that have kind of proven themselves, and the Addison's kind of taken up of that wide receiver 1 spot. Dobbs has been hitting Hawkinson. He's getting more involved in the offense. Now you put Jettas on. Well, obviously they're going to move a safety over to cover over top. So like that's just going to open up the field. Their run game might look even better. You know, Cole, I think I'm gonna go with you. I think I'm gonna take the Vikings, even though they're in our division. And
It doesn't matter for us anymore. As long as
yeah,
it's
you're
not
not
the
wrong.
Lions.
As long as Josh Jacobs scores a touchdown, I'll be happy. He's on my fantasy team. But yeah, I think I'll go with you with the Vikings here.
Jefferson over under on receptions is 5.5.
5.5. Yeah. Over all day.
I
What's
will
his
say,
yardage? 66.5. Over all day.
by the way, Jefferson's longest reception over under is set at 23.5. I kind of like that as well.
Oh my God, yeah. So, I mean, if I'm almost 100% he's playing. I'm going to double check my words because I might eat them later. So give me 1 second. He is back. Practice fully.
Cool.
So, yes, give me longest reception over 23.5. Give me over 5.5 receptions. I think that's where you're going to make your money is him having a big week because they want to get him back in yardage to where he usually is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. -3 is, I think, all day.
This episode of Show Me the Money is brought to you by Tavern Sports, your place to get fun sports content, sportsbook lines, and parlays. And of course, food reviews with Big E's Ballpark Bites. You can now follow Tavern Sports on Instagram at Tavern Sports 2023, TikTok at tavern.sports, and on Twitter, Tavern Sports 23. Next NFL game that we got is the Colts Bengals. The spread is at just 1 point in favor of the Colts. Bengals obviously losing Burrow hurts.
The line has switched.
Has it?
The line opened at Cincinnati +1. It is now Cincinnati favored by 1.5.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I find that very strange.
Because that
I do
Browning
too.
came in and fucking went 16 for 19.
That's a good point.
Played lights out. Absolutely.
That's a good point.
That dude came in and played absolutely lights out. Now, I don't know if it's the Jags defense that just kind of came up and went nowhere, but that dude came in and was slinging the rock around the yard.
Yeah,
So,
I think Browning showed that he can definitely throw the ball. That was one of the concerns when Burrow went down is, okay, is this a guy who can throw the ball at all, or is this going to be kind of a a shit show of a backup quarterback that we see. An over under is set at 40 points.
43 and a half
43 and a half now, so it went up.
went up.
Wow. Okay.
Because it went down after the switch, and then now it's back up. I don't know what the books know, but this game could get ugly. Colts suck.
The Colts do suck.
They do have a better record than Cincinnati, though.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting with Browning in there at quarterback over Burrow. I am. It's Bengals at home. I think I would stay away betting this one personally.
Who is the Colts quarterback?
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner.
Yeah, the Colts aren't playing like horrible. They're in most of the games that they're playing. It's just they're the Colts. They got
just changed my entire outlook on this.
32-year-old wide receiver. That's wide receiver 1. And Pittman.
Gardner Minshew is a fucking dog.
So yeah, I don't know. This game,
1.5.
this game could be a really good game, to be honest. It could go either way. To be like, it could go just like that Jags game went. But
true.
Yeah,
I don't.
If I lean either way, I would lean toward the Colts. I'm not gonna put my money on that game though.
Yeah, I probably
Reming's
wouldn't either.
But I think Gardner Minshew's dog, so I will never bet against, boys that are fucking down with it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Ethan. I probably won't bet it, but I kind of like this Colts team. I'd lean towards the Colts just because I don't know. I got a buddy that likes the Colts, so
Denver.
I guess yeah. Shout out to Denver Hoffert. I know it's Hofert.
It's big boy season.
Yes, it is. But let's talk about the Rams Ravens. Rams Ravens. This could be an interesting game. No, you think the Ravens are going to blow them out?
Absolutely. The Rams have not proved to me that they're a worthy football team. What's the line at? I'm not even fucking looking at it. Rams 7.5 all day. The over under also went down from 44.5 to 40. I think this is a over game. I think the Rams will put together a touchdown, maybe a few field goals. You get them to, let's see, 7, get them to 13. I think.
I mean,
Baltimore
Matt Stafford
easily
had
score
3 passing touchdowns last week. I mean, I'm not saying they're back, but I mean, they're definitely starting to play a better game these past few games.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I mean, they're putting together good football teams or football. Fuck me. They're putting together good football games. But I think Baltimore being 9-3, 4-2 at home, they're in Baltimore. I don't think there's a chance that this game comes anywhere close because I think Baltimore is going to score the shit out of the football. So,
yeah, that's one of the things. And my mic is probably quiet. That's one of the things that I've noticed with having Lamar Jackson on my fantasy football team. Unfortunately, is the guy is not getting any points and not helping fantasy football owners, but they beat the shit out of every team regardless of what he does. So it's kind of frustrating as somebody who has him in fantasy football, but at the same time I see this one going way worse for the Rams than a 7-point spread.
Oh yeah, I'm with you guys. I think the Ravens will win. I think it could be a close game.
I do not.
It's going to be a blowout.
Yeah. Moving on to Seahawks at 49ers, a spread of 10.5. Seattle put up a decent fight against the Cowboys, did they not?
Yeah, they put up 30, right? Yeah, they put up 30 on them.
Yeah, so I'm surprised that the spread is that large, to be honest.
They got a really
It
good
has gone
offense.
down.
However, yeah, however, 49ers are at home. I think that they're obviously the better football team. Whether they cover 10.5, it's kind of scary.
I
Um,
think they do.
I think the hook is what worries me. Maybe give me 49ers minus 9.5, not 10.5.
You could give
If
me the
you
Niners minus 13.5, to be honest. I think they're, I mean, this Seahawks defense, I mean, yeah, they got a good rookie corner, but and a good linebacker, but that's about it going for them right now. They might be able to plug up some holes in their run game, but I think if the Niners come out and did what they did last week against the Eagles in their offensive game, it could be they could put up even more than 40 points. Like they looked really good last week against the Eagles, so if they're just flowing off, just running down that track with in their train, holy shit, my mind just blanked there. Since they've been playing so hot right now, I think it just could be a bad day for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I
But
think
yeah, give me the Niners at plus 10 or minus 10.5.
that's a fair assumption.
if you look at these teams kind of head to head, I go back to the Rams Ravens. I think it's the same kind of outlook. Um, 9-3 versus 6-6. I think the Seahawks and the Rams are very similar teams right now by the way they're playing. Geno Smith, I'm sorry, he's not the fucking answer. He's not the answer to this Seahawks fucking offense. You got DK. Take DK to score in this game. Um, with the record 20 was it 20 fucking 24 and a half miles an hour. It was the fastest touchdown on the year.
Yeah, he's an animal.
He's an animal, but San Francisco is going to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Their defense is too good. Their offense is way better. I could go with the original line at 12 and a half. I could go to 13 and a half. Over 46 and a half. They could do it, 90% themselves. So,
Yeah. Let's move on to a significantly more exciting game. Bills at Chiefs.
I don't know about that.
I think it's a lot more exciting.
Buffalo's pretty boring.
I have no clue what could happen in this game.
Strongly disagree with Cole there, but
The Bills could blow out the Chiefs. This could be a close game, or the Chiefs could blow out the Bills. Like, it really could go either way. Like, the Bills looked really good, and then they look like they don't know how to play football. The Chiefs looked really good. Now they're kind of on somewhat of a decline. They haven't looked the greatest.
yeah,
So,
Matt Nagy is what is this fucking guy's name? Patrick Mahomes. Jesus Christ. I feel like a mush today.
so the thing that I'm not confident with is the Chiefs defense. And I've never been a fan of that defense. I think the Bills offense is going to crush the Chiefs defense. It's more of a matter of how many points can the Bills hold the Chiefs to, because we know Patrick Mahomes can show out and show out in a big way against game or in games like this.
true.
No.
I personally I like the Bills plus 2.5. That's who I'm going to take.
I think Kansas City's gonna beat the shit out of Buffalo.
So we're on opposite sides of this, Cole.
1.5 is way too low. This should be like a 5.5, maybe.
Ooh,
4.5.
Parker, are you agreeing with Cole?
Shoot, man, I don't know. This game, I mean, I could see both those things happening. Is the bad thing. Like, the Bills don't impress me. I'm not a big fan of Josh Allen. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope he goes down there and shuts down so like the Josh Allen talk can stop. But also I don't think at
The
the
Madden
time
curse.
don't think the Kansas City has that offensive power right now and defensive capability to stop that Bills offense, but I could be wrong.
If there's a
I
game
might,
for Taylor to go, it's this one.
yeah.
Personally,
I would like for the Chiefs to win just because it would help my fantasy team a lot more than if they didn't.
If Taylor is at this game, that might sway my answer. But until that's announced, I'm gonna go with the Bills plus 2.5 or plus 1.5, whatever the line's at right now.
Cole,
Yep.
I think I'm going to ride this one with you with the Chiefs here.
I don't believe in the Bills right now. They're 6-6. I don't think in the past 2 years we've seen a Bills team be 6-6.
It's a good point.
I think they're the Colorado of the NFL. They'll play good when they
hot
need
take.
to. They're going to shit the bed when it matters.
I could agree to that.
But there's a little bit more of an exciting game. I think this will be the game of the week, personally.
Agreed.
Eagles at Cowboys. The line is at 3.5, with an over/under at 51. Personally, I'm tired of seeing Jason Kelsey. We support big boys in this household. Big boys are where it's at. Tavern Sports officially supports big boys. Give me Dallas minus 3.5. I think the Eagles are frauds. They're not frauds, but they're not frauds. I'm just saying. Jalen Hurts has not played the way he's needed to. He's not been good in shotgun. I don't know. I like Dak in this game, personally. What do you think? Or Ethan?
I get the game is in Dallas. I think that's where they're getting 3 points. I think it's more of a toss up, but you get a 3-point advantage at home. So that's generally where that spread is coming from. However, and I could see Dallas winning. However, I'm going to go with my Eagles. I also have Jalen Hurts in my fantasy football team. So give me Jalen Hurts and the Eagles minus 3.5. Or sorry, plus 3.5. I forgot that they are underdogs. Give me them plus 3.5, even better.
Making me choose again.
Yep.
I guess that's kind of how it's going to come down to be since two people aren't with us today. Tyler
and Josh would be on my side.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Tyler was getting on my ass today.
I don't know how you're gonna root for the Cowboys, but
they're America's team, baby.
I hope this game's 42-42 because then I know my bet that I'm probably gonna place will more than likely hit.
What are you taking? What's your go-to with this game?
My first initial instinct would be Dallas, but I hate Dallas.
Prop.
AJ Brown to score a touchdown. I would take Jake Ferguson to score a touchdown.
You got one of the two, baby. One of the two.
Obviously, Tony Pollard will probably score.
One of the two.
You want CD?
There it is.
CD?
There
you want
it is.
CD? I mean, you probably could parlay all four.
It'll be a fucking high scoring game.
Shit, you could throw Jalen Hurts in there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they both got really good defense. Cowboys probably have a little bit better of a defense.
They do.
Eagles defense is still not sure about. Like they have a good defense. So I mean, like it could be a close game. I mean, yeah, the over under is 52.5.
51.5.
51.5 now.
That 1 point.
So remember, primetime game unders are
really big,
very
and
popular.
like these teams do have good defenses. So like
their offenses outshine that though.
That's the thing. Like this could that's why I'm hoping it's a really high scoring game. God, I hate doing this.
Hit me,
hate
Parker.
it.
Hit me with it, Parker.
I hate it because
Make me a happy boy.
I hate it.
I'm the goodest of boys.
I can't do it. Give me the
You could.
Eagles.
Yeah,
Oh,
fly,
you're a
Eagles,
bitch.
fly.
Give me
You're a
the There's
bitch.
just something about it. Picking it's because you want to know why? I'll pick Dallas, right? I'll pick them to win. And I'll think they're gonna win. And then they're gonna come out and shit the bed, bro. Dak will have a no show. It'll be bad.
Eat a dick.
I'm sorry, man. I just can't.
We also have them at 160 money line, Philly.
But
Love it.
I would take the Philly money line. I don't know if they'll cover 3.5.
I love the Philly spread and I love the money line. So, give me both of them. That's going to do it for our NFL talk. We're going to move into something we haven't talked much about at all. NCAA basketball. There's some good games this weekend. That's why well, there's a couple of reasons we're bringing it up. There's not a whole lot of football and there are some good games this weekend finally.
Yeah,
So,
there we go.
NCAA basketball, first game we're going to talk about, number 20 Illinois at number 17 Tennessee. I think that this is going to be a really solid basketball. It's a really fundamentally sound basketball game, I should say. Tennessee comes out and does their show off. Kind of flashy stuff, just like they do in football as an SEC school. And then you're going to have Illinois come in and, like I said, be very fundamentally sound. It's a tough pick between the two. I don't know what the spread is yet. We don't know what the spread is yet. It's not up. But I would like to take Tennessee over Illinois because Tennessee is at home.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good game. I mean, this as much as I hate to say it, this Illinois team's really good. I mean, they have a like what 2 or 3 returners from last year on that team that was really good. So, I mean, I keep seeing things about Illinois basketball right now, and I think
They
it's going
beat
to be a really
FAU the
good.
other night.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really close game. I wouldn't be surprised if Illinois won. I'm going to be interested to see what happens when the lines open. That's probably going to be a good line to go look at. It probably isn't a bad idea to put. I mean, if Illinois is on the road and they're the underdog, I mean, they're going to be a pretty decent maybe money line. They'll probably be a plus one something, but it could be nice to sprinkle a little bit on Illinois money line. I think I'm going to take. I like the Illinois upset here. I just don't watch enough Illinois or Tennessee basketball to make an official pick, but I guess I could ride with Illinois here. Cole?
But
Probably.
I do like Illinois against Tennessee. I think Illinois is a really sound. I mean, no matter what season you're looking at them, they're a sound basketball team. They got a hell of a coach. They've produced guys who have gone on to the league that have been fucking dogs. I mean, look at the Bulls right now.
Yeah.
Io is one of their top guys right now because Zach LaVine and DeRozan don't want to show up.
Someone's
But
got to.
I think fucking Zach LaVine's a cancer to this team. But that's my personal opinion. We're not talking about that right now. Give me Illinois money line no matter what it is. I don't care if it's minus or plus 1,000. I'll take it.
Alrighty, moving on to the next college basketball game. Another Big Ten team, number 23, Wisconsin, heading into the number 1 team in the country, Arizona. I don't know. Wisconsin's basketball team has been disappointing. I
They
feel like
did just beat the number 3 team. They beat Marquette.
That's true. Yeah, whatever the spread is, give me Arizona. I don't. Like I said, the spreads are not out yet at the time of this recording. But whatever it is, give me Arizona. I don't think Wisconsin has been nearly what they have been the past 10 years, the last 2 years. So, give me Arizona to cover.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like this Arizona pick. Um, I just kind of like the Caleb Love, their point guard, the transfer from UNC. I
Yeah.
think I think he's playing great down there, and I'm just excited to see his progression and that Wildcats team down there, down in is it Tucson, right? They're in Tucson.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down there in Tucson. I mean, their football team's playing great. Might as well let their basketball team play great. They just gotta have a good year in sports, I think, for Arizona. But give me this.
If they
I'm
can
gonna
make the
be
money back up.
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go into the next college basketball game we got. We got undefeated TCU against undefeated Clemson. I think that
Clemson.
yeah, I obviously it's two undefeated teams, but Clemson is going to be the favorite. They're ranked. TCU isn't. Clemson's at home. TCU on the road. Give me Clemson. I don't think that it's really going to be all that close, to be honest. But I thought adding two undefeated teams in here would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen much on either of those teams, so I'll probably stay away from it. But I mean, if I have something to watch, if I'm not busy, I'd definitely be a game that I'd turn on. I mean, I still think it's going to be an exciting game. Two undefeated teams trying to keep that journey alive. I think it's going to be a really good game. So, that's pretty much all I have to say on it. Cole?
I don't watch college basketball, so I'm gonna go
Yeah,
Clemson.
that's what I'm saying. We're gonna have to start expanding our horizon and watching other sports more often.
It's as soon as as soon as football's done for the year, this is what we're going to be watching. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a little bit easier to keep up with football than it is any other sport.
it
You
is.
know what I mean? Because it's
Yep.
once a week instead of like twice or three times a week.
Yeah. Moving into our final NCAA basketball game of the week, we have Mizzou at number 2 Kansas. It's a almost like a little bit of a battle of the Midwest. I do think obviously Kansas is ranked number 2. Kansas is a basketball powerhouse every year,
Yeah.
and they're playing at home. Give me the Kansas spread. Again, it's not out yet, but give me whatever the spread is, give it to me. I think that they're going to kill Mizzou.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there, Ethan. Kansas has always had a good team. They will always have a good team. So, whatever those lines come out, it's definitely going to be fun to look at. But I'm taking Kansas too. I'll take them on the spread right now, but we'll see what it's at later when it opens.
Moving into some NHL stuff, the Blues will play the Blackhawks this weekend. I think
Oh,
that's gonna be a really good game.
It always is.
It's a little
Always is.
competition of me and Ty. Ty's a Blues fan. Fuck the Blues. Give me the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are at home. That's really where my hope is coming from. So, give me the Blackhawks to win. Definitely give me the Bedard shots over. That should I want to say that will be a lock, but I don't know that for sure. It's probably going to be 3.5. Um, Bedard is still minus 275 to win Rookie of the Year. He's the clear and cut favorite. I think the next guy is still plus 800 or plus 900. So um, there's not going to be a whole lot of movement the rest of the year, I think.
yeah, probably not for a while. But they'll probably need about 30, 40 games in before they can make a final decision.
Yep. Um, another two really good teams, I should say, facing off this weekend are going to be the Knights heading into Dallas against the Stars. That's going to be a really, really good game. Two teams who are at the top of their division. The Knights are very, very offensive oriented, and
Yes.
not that the Stars aren't, but I think a good bet to be looking at this weekend is going to be the over of that game. Um, the over unders of hockey are usually 6.5, maybe 7.
This
And
one might be at 8.
yeah, this one could be even higher at 8, and I still think it's a solid bet. Um, the Knights score a lot of goals, and they showed that against the Blues the other night. They beat the Blues 6-3. So I'm going to take the Knights, and I would also recommend taking the over of that game. Hey there, sports fans. Are you tired of the same old boring shirts? Well, we've got something exciting for you. Introducing the Tavern Sports Pocket Tee, where style meets passion for the game. Whether you are a diehard fan or just love the camaraderie of sports, Tavern Sports has you covered, literally. And here's the best part: for a limited time, our podcast listeners get an exclusive discount. Just use the code TS20 at checkout, and you'll get 20% off your entire order. That's right, 20% off your entire order of the most stylish and comfortable apparel out there. So what are you waiting for? Head over to tavern-sports.square.site right now and elevate your game day experience. Tavern Sports, beer, betting, sports. Into the locks of the week. We obviously are missing 3 of the guys today. They were kind enough to send their picks for the weekend. Starting with the first one, Ty. He's going with the NCAA football game we have this weekend. Army money line. So I think we had talked earlier. We all liked Navy, but Ty's going to go with Army this weekend. Josh is going with the Bengals at +1. We were all over that game as well, so he's going to take Bengals +1. Clark is the Bucks money line, so he also liked the Buccaneers. I think that's a solid pick, and we all agree that the Bucks are not only going to cover, but they're going to win. Park, what do you got for your lock this weekend?
Give me the Denver Broncos +2.5 to the Los Angeles Chargers.
Wow, that was a game we didn't really talk about. I'm surprised that's where you went.
I was going to go Army spread, but then I saw this and I'm like, well, the Chargers couldn't score more than 2 field goals against who they just play last week.
The Patriots.
Yeah, they couldn't score more than 2 field goals against the Patriots. I really like this Denver Broncos team. They're kind of turning around. They're plus money right now, so it could be interesting to sprinkle some. But I'm going to be safe with my lock of the week, and I'm going to take them at +2.5.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. Cole, what do we got this week?
Taking mine somewhere we did not even touch. What is going on right now?
Lacrosse, baby.
NBA.
Oh.
No, the NBA in-season tournament. The semifinals were played tonight. Pelicans Lakers tips off in approximately 15 seconds. The Pacers beat the Bucks to move on to the final. 128 and 119. The Pacers have been playing fucking lights out lately. I don't know what it is. Basketball, I don't even watch it, but all I'm seeing on my fucking Twitter page,
I'm
on my
with
Instagram,
you.
is
Same.
The Pacers are balling out. I don't care if it's against the Lakers. I don't care if it's against the Pelicans. Or Lakers, Pelicans. Sorry. Did I say Pacers? I don't know. Give me the Pacers to win the in-season tournament.
When do they play?
Okay.
Do they play
Saturday?
Okay. I didn't know if it played tonight. I was like, we got to make sure it's later.
No, Pelicans Lakers plays tonight.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
And then the final is Saturday.
Okay. So Indy's already
playing
in
for some money, man.
Yeah,
they're playing for some money.
Indy only has I saw a stat where it was like 10 players. It takes 10 players to equal like $3 million on their bench.
Yeah,
and they like 2 of their stars that are like shining right now. They're young players are only making 500,000. So like
Halliburton.
this money, this in-season prize money is like big for this Indiana team. Like that'll be huge for those.
100K.
Yeah, it'll be huge for those guys.
I
like that pick. I like that pick, Cole, because I'm just like you.
Pick.
My whole Twitter feed or my whole X feed is Indiana basketball, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Do I need to be paying attention to this in-season tournament? I thought it was we were all kind of trying to blow it off, and now I'm seeing like this is like the greatest thing ever made, and
I love it. I think it's such a different vibe to the NBA. The NBA has been stale for years on years and years. You know, Adam Silver is going back to East versus West for the All-Star game. It's not any of this fucking draft anymore.
Good. Let the fans draft.
You know, teams are getting different courts for these tournament games. The Bulls was completely red, like 100% red.
Yeah.
They're cool. Fuck it. Why not? Add a little bit of spice in the middle of this season.
Change some stuff up. It makes it more entertaining for the fans.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, give me the Pacers to win the tournament.
That's a heavy take. I like it though. I have been kind of all over the place with where I thought I was gonna go. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna go final answer right here. Cole, you're gonna fucking hate me.
Shohei Ohtani to the Dodgers.
No.
Oh.
Give me Eagles plus 3.5.
That's fine.
That's gonna be my lock this week. So thank you for joining this week's episode of Show Me the Money. Go ahead and make sure you guys get those bets in this weekend. Thanks for joining us. I know it was kind of a strange one with only 3 of us here. But go ahead and make sure you guys get those bets in this weekend. Show me the money.
T's and P's of Ruger, baby. T's and P's.
T's and P's of Ruger.